Greetings, everyone. Cartoon Retro Boy here. And you're probably wondering why I stole Dr. Wolf's catchphrase, but it's because I kind of wanted to have this video be inspired by Dr. Wolf's My Pony reviews and also Lightning Bliss's My Pony reviews. So, actually, no, this is going to be a top of 5 most midward seasons of any show, in my opinion, of my favorite shows. Because honestly, this was a tricky, topic to talk about because really all these seasons are personally like mixed in each other. Each of them have some similarities to each other, and some of them are just like kind of similar. And I think this list kind of makes it worth it, honestly. And the reason why I'm putting these seasons in my midward tier is because they're not very that fun to watch, honestly. Not all of them are fun to watch because not all of them are perfectly good seasons. And my number one choice will be a sponge up choice pick, so you're gonna probably expect a lot. So you're gonna probably expect something from each show from the show. So let's get on with the list. Number 5, My Little Pony season 7. Yes, are you surprised the season's in this list? Yes, I know. Weird choice for a season to be in the midward spot. So let me actually explain before what midword means. Basically, mid-fiction episodes and mid-fiction shows. It's a topic. Midword means something that is so mid in mid-fiction that it's hard to explain how mid it is, and it means that it's something so nothing that has nothing that it lacks good or bad qualities. Honestly, in my opinion. So yeah. So I would say that the reason why this is number 5 is because of the okay episodes. Some of the okay episodes are pretty mid to me because not really. It's not because It's not because I don't hate them. I don't think the mid episodes are bad or anything, but they are pretty mixed quality. They're pretty mid quality, honestly. Kind of in the middle, honestly. Strike in the middle. Number 4. And the reason why I also put this My Little Pony season 7 in the list is because of the characters. And one of the reasons why I put this season in the list is because the first of all is probably the episodes. Some of the episodes are pretty mid to watch, honestly. Some of them are so mid to watch, honestly. And they're so middle of road quality, honestly, in my opinion. And if a episode or season that is so dull and so forgettable and so mid and so middle of the road, then I have to put it in my midward spot. So sorry if this season is in my spot, but this is only number 5. Oh boy, it gets interesting down the line of the season because you're gonna. My number 2 pick is actually surprising because originally this was gonna be a bad season, honestly. So you're gonna be surprised at my number 2 spot, honestly. So, let's get on. Let's see. What's the next season I have to talk about? Well, actually, no. I still have more to talk about the Mom Pony season 7 real quick, actually. Another reason why I put the season in the midward spot of the top 5 midward spots is because of the characters. I don't think the characters are bad in this season, but they are Flandersization besides Pinkie Pie. Fluttershy kind of had one bad episode in this season. So that's kind of saying something. And Twilight did get a little more dumber around this time, honestly. I mean, season 6 through 8 of Mom Pony feel like Dark Era SpongeBob, honestly. Which is kind of saying something when I don't want to compare that to SpongeBob Dark Era. But it feels like it's kind of hard to not do that, honestly. So yeah. That's one of my reasons why I put this season in the top 5 midward spots. And this season's very forgettable and very dull and very middle of the road, honestly. So that's why I'm putting it in my. It's only number 5. Don't worry, my number 2 spot will be a shocking hot take that might make people be so surprised by my spot. And oh boy, it's gonna be a spicy one too. So you're gonna get ready for number 2 spot because the spot 2 list pick is actually probably one of the most infamous picks I can think of. will be an infamous pick that people are gonna probably be surprised by, honestly. And spoilers, it's a Fairy Odd Parents season, so yeah, get ready for my hot take on that one. Oh boy, I'm gonna be so. People are gonna get so much furious with this video. You don't know. Number 4. Number 4 is Adventure Time Season 8. Yes, this is a hot take, but I think this season is so mid and forgettable. No wonder, it's kind of no wonder that the show got better around season 9 and 10, honestly. Because season 6 through 8 are kind of just not good, honestly, in my opinion. I don't like I don't like those seasons at all. Sure, I'll give season 8 credit for having more creative episodes, but most of the episodes on display are pretty mid and mid fiction. And this is saying something when I actually like Adventure Time. But I felt like the show kind of was mostly good around the first 3 seasons, or at least the first 5 seasons, and then fell off around season 6 through 8, honestly. In this first half, I think season 9 is basically like the return of the quality, honestly. Until the show ended in season 10, of course. But the reason why this season is so high on my list is because a lot of the mid episodes are kind of there, honestly. And I think the okay episodes kind of overtake the season a lot, so yeah, that's not a good sign when you have a season that is so mid that it's honestly hard to talk about. But at least it has good episodes and some bad episodes, but mostly it has some good episodes still, but still, that it's still kind of mid. Number 3, The Loud House Season 6. Number 3 was hard for me because I thought season 3 would be worse than season 6, but after looking back at season 3, I have some more appreciation for it of Loud House when it comes to Loud House seasons, because honestly, season 6 feels like SpongeBob season 8 to me, honestly. A lot of mid and forgettable episodes are in the season, honestly. And just like my number 1 and 2 spots, they are exactly all. I think the top 3 spots were tricky because these seasons were so mixed together that I couldn't even figure out which one I could be number 1, 2, and 3. Because all of these seasons are so goddamn similar to each other. Each of them has specials in there. Each of them has so many specials in these seasons. But thankfully, Loud House only has 3 specials in season 6, which, I'm going to be honest, it's mixed quality, honestly. While I did like the Halloween special, Royal Lords Freak Out, Time Trapped was kind of terrible, and Save Royal Worlds is okay at best, honestly, if I'm being honest. Actually, no. I guess I'll get. Actually, no. I think I prefer. I think I prefer SpongeBob's Last Stand personally to Save Royal Woods. Which I know that's a hot take, but honestly, I don't know. I think I like SpongeBob's Last Stand better, honestly, as a special, because they're both similar to each other, but they have different executions personally to me. So that's my reason. And I think the best episodes of the season, I think my favorite episode of season 6 of Loud House to me was probably the first episode, Present Danger. Because I found that one the best one out of the entire season, honestly. For not only because of the writing, I think it just works personally to me. It has a lot of good humor, has a lot of it has a good action-based humor. It has all spy elements in there, and it feels like kind of a SpongeBob episode to me. Like, this might be similar to SpongeBob's attempt at a spy telling episode called Spy Buddies. Actually, you know what? That's the perfect, example. This episode is very similar to SpongeBob's Spy Buddy episode from season 5. Which, I know that sounds like a stretch because not both these episodes are 11 minutes long. They both have spy elements in there, and both of them are action themed. But I think I might prefer Spy Buddies over this, but I still think this is a really good episode and definitely one of my favorite episodes of Loud House personally. For not only because of the writing, but I love the action humor and I love the climax of this episode. This should have been a 22-minute special. Personally, I wish this was one because I think this would have made. I think this would have been a perfect episode to have 22 minutes runtime. And if you swapped out Time Trapped for this episode for being if that episode was 11 minutes long instead, and this was the 22-minute special, I think it would make more sense personally. Because I don't like Time Trapped at all personally. I hate that episode. I hate that episode so much. But, you know, that's kind of saying something though. But anyways, that's actually I should mention about the characters in this season, and I think there's a retrospective based on Loud House season 6 that I guess I can recommend watching on YouTube, and I don't think I have much to say about this season that I think everyone already said about it. I should mention this as well, but this is kind of like similar to SpongeBob season 8, where a character appears so much in this season that it comes crazy, honestly. For example, in season 8 of SpongeBob, Sandy appears the most out of the entire show. I am not kidding by that. Most of them uses her as a main character, actually, or a part of the story, of course. So this is kind of saying something, honestly, guys. That's really saying something. That's kind of saying something, guys. I'm just being honest with myself. And look what Loud House season 6 does. It has Lisa appear the most out of the entire show. There's a lot of Lisa appearances in season 6 to me. It's just like SpongeBob season 8, where if a character appears so much, they are using them as a main character or a plot device or a part of the story of episodes. So honestly, I think this might be a season 8 this might be a coincidence, but this feels like a lot of SpongeBob season 8 to me. So that's why I'm putting this one as number 3 on my list. Because I think 2 more seasons after this are way more mid than you actually think. And now let's get into the top 2 ones. Number 2, Very Odd Parents season 9. Oh boy. I have a lot of explaining to do before I get hit with a lot of comments saying, Season 9 is a terrible season. Season 9 is horrible. Season 9 is awful. This season sucks. This had Sparky in it. Like, okay, let me explain before I get a lot of hit comments with all those complaints, honestly. Yes, I think this season is mid. Is okay. It's not bad, but it's not good either. And really, this season is more mid than actually bad, honestly. Which is saying something when I used to hate season 9 so much. But honestly, rewatching it now, I think it's honestly more okay than I actually thought. Sure, it's the worst okay season of Very Odd Parents, but at least it has some good episodes still. And there's 9 specials in this entire season, making this the most season with the most specials. None of them are TV movies, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. But this season has 9 specials, and I think only 5 of them are really good, honestly. Actually, no, 6 of them. I think I liked 6 of the specials around this season, honestly. Actually, no, I think I only have 5. I think out of the specials, I think there was only 5 I actually like, and they're actually my top 5 this entire season, honestly. No contest. I promise you, they're in my top. I think if I had a top 10 of season 9, I think 5 of the specials would be in my top 10, honestly. For not only being funny, but had so many good episodes in there. And my favorite episode of the season might be kind of weird, to be honest, but I really like this special. My favorite episode of season 9, personally, is Dibsdale Tales. Yes, this is the one I'm the most nostalgia for because I remember watching this on TV, and I thought this episode was really good. Because I think this one handles the 22-minute runtime very well. I do wish there was more stories, honestly. Maybe if this was a TV movie, this could have had had more scary stories. But you know what? As a 22-minute special, it doesn't flop. It actually works pretty well. And it actually handles and it actually has a good story, honestly. Having Timmy tell these tales of scary stories is pretty funny, honestly. It gives me some of the it reminds me a lot of a horror themed SpongeBob episode, honestly. Like Graveyard Shift, for example, which I think this is kind of the episode's main this might be. I think this episode feels like the Graveyard Shift of Fairy Odd Parents, which, yeah, that's actually kind of weird, right? You're thinking, wait, how is this similar to Graveyard Shift? Let me explain. Both episodes take place at night. Both of them have characters telling scary stories, and most of them come true. And most of the scary tales come true at the end. So yeah, that kind of seems like it seems like this. It seems like it's kind of like a SpongeBob episode, but 22 minutes long. And I'm gonna say it. I think season 9 does do good 22-minute specials. I wish one of them, at least I wish a few of them were 44 minutes long or something. Honestly, like a TV movie or something like a TV movie kind of thing. Because I think maybe if some of them were fixed or something, maybe if they were TV movies, I think I would like them more, honestly. But they're still really good, honestly. Some of the best that the show has to offer. I think my top two would probably be very beginning and probably Dimsdale Dales personally. Third would probably be Cosmo Monopoly. I really like that episode a lot personally. I really do. I think it would be third on my list, honestly. But you know, oh, what the sissy? I'm trying to record a video. Season 8 is season 9 overall was meh. It's not a bad season, but compared to season like 6, 2, 3, and even season 7, I think this season is weaker than those seasons, honestly. So yes, it's a 5 out of 10 and kind of mid quality personally. Despite having despite the top 10 being really good, I will admit that's not saving the season from being honestly okay. Mid. So yeah, that's kind of saying something, guys. I'm really sorry if you guys want me to hate this season as much as everyone else does, because really, I used to hate this season as much as everyone else, but now I think it's mid personally. At least the specials really saved the season from being bottom of the barrel. Honestly, without them, this season would have been dog water. Honestly, so yeah, be glad this season actually was okay and not as bad as everyone else says it is. And Sparky is actually a really good character if you just guys don't complain about it every time. Like, dude, we get it. Sparky's not a good character, but you guys are complaining about like adding who cares about not adding adding new characters, honestly, guys? It's just a new change you have to get used to, honestly. It's not like you guys need to complain so much about one character getting a new change or something. Like, for example, Poof. Honestly, I liked Poof in season 6. Even though he was used as a plot device, I don't mind his appearances, honestly. Like, it's not bad, and I don't mind Poof being a character in the show, honestly. Sure, he doesn't appear as much as in season 10, which I'm going to get to that season once I talk about my top 5 worst seasons of any show. But still, yeah, let's be honest here. It's not very, let's be honest here. Season 9 is not bad. I just think it's okay. Not bad, but honestly could have been better than it actually was, honestly. And Sparky could have easily been a better character, personally. Even though I like Sparky, I will admit some of his things he does is kind of weird and kind of just meh to me. It's okay, but it's not great. Man, I went that hard on season 9. Okay, wow, that's. Also, I should mention this is the first HD season of Fairy Odd Parents, but that's not saying much, honestly. Despite having some good episodes, it's kind of mid. At least the okay episodes make it mid, honestly. So it's mid-quality, middle-of-the-road kind of type of deal. So, yeah, that's saying something. At least that's saying something, but that's not much, okay? Let me just say that, okay? Anyway, let's move on to my number one spot for this entire video. The thing that you've been all leading up to. The season that has so many mid episodes that honestly, it's kind of hard to talk about. I introduce SpongeBob Season 8. The thing that I've been leading up to this video for this whole time. Yes, SpongeBob Season 8. The season that has been hated among some people, as it used to, but not as much as anymore. Season 8. The season that also has some people saying it's underrated. I don't agree with that statement personally, because after rewatching the season, I've been rewatching the show since April, and after rewatching all the seasons, and I'm up to season 13 so far, yeah, it was kind of hard to get back into season, not gonna lie. I didn't hate this season. I don't hate it, but man, a lot of mid episodes in here, honestly. Such as House Sitting for Sandy. Um, and I think of another one. Um, Another mid episode I think was kind of Ghoul Fools. Mid Ghoul Fools was mid. Um, I'll be honest on this another one. Um, let's see. I'm trying to look at my episode list. Fiasco, another mid one. Um, let's see. I'm trying to look at the episode list honestly. Oh yeah, squid disease, or squiditis. Um, I thought the accidents what happened was kind of mid honestly, and the googly artiste was kind of mid in my opinion honestly, and let's see. I'm trying to look at an episode list. Because considering I'm looking at the episode list right now, honestly, guys. So I'm trying to look at what the episodes I can think of were mid, honestly, in the season. Plankton's Good Eye, Barnacle Face. Yeah, that's kind of it. Honestly, those episodes are very mid. It's honestly, and they are okay episodes, but there are very mid-average episodes, and they're not very good, honestly, in my opinion. So yeah, season 8 unfortunately is the most midward season of any show in my opinion. It has a lot of mid episodes, has a lot of okay episodes, and the bad episodes are not or kind of dreadful to watch, not gonna lie. Like getting back to the season also led to some episodes getting worse ratings. Like, for example, I originally didn't like I may have not liked Are You Happy Now, but rewatching it now, it's a little relatable but still terrible episode, honestly. And I think Patrick's Vacation got worse on rewatch, honestly. I used to think it was okay at first, but rewatching it now, it's kind of 4 out of 10 ish, honestly. Not a bad episode, but not a good one either. Fruit Samples was another one I thought was originally mid in Nuffin Burger. But honestly, it's now bad. It's like a 4 out of 10 bad. And again, this was the last high definition white full FD season of the entire FS season of the show. That means full screen, basically. And this season doesn't surprise me much. I used to think this season was kind of overrated, honestly, but maybe looking back, I think this is okay, but average. Average is kind of the season. It's kind of the most average season of the entire show, and doesn't really have me screaming wow, honestly. Despite having 4 episodes that are 10 out of 10s, yeah, this season is kind of one of my least favorites of SpongeBob. Which, that's saying something when some people actually think the season's underrated in their opinion. Such as Robert the Channel, who thinks this season is actually pretty good. Which, I don't know why, but it just seems kind of wrong. but I'm not gonna judge him for that, considering that's just kind of mean. Like like I said, I wouldn't say the season is like dog water or anything, but it's kind of just mid in my opinion. This video is, I know this video seems pointless, and I know I'm just talking out of my butt about like these seasons, and honestly, but this is just how I feel, considering that usually shows doesn't feel that mid to me. If I'm being honest, I know I just ranted about season 8 and I talked about these seasons in a very weird manner, but this is just how I feel, because honestly, these seasons are so mid that they're all mixed up in my mind, honestly. So that's why I decided to talk about these seasons in this video. For the next video, I'll talk about a different topic, and you're probably going to think what it could be, possibly. And I'll talk about my least favorite seasons of any cartoon in general, because these seasons are my least favorite seasons of any cartoon imaginable. My favorite cartoons in general. So, yeah, that's not going to be fun for me to talk about, because I literally did a SpongeBob Season 6 video not a long time ago, and talked about why I hate that season so much. So, talking about 5 seasons? That's just torture, honestly, not gonna lie. But thankfully, that I'll be brief on SpongeBob Season 6, as I did a video already on it and why I don't like that season. So you'll expect a shorter segment of Season 6 in the video. But as for number 2 spot, it would be Fair Out There in Season 10, obviously. Like, why would it not be anything else? And number 3 would be Loud House Season 4. Number 4 would be My Little Pony Season 8. And then number 5 would be, it's kind of hard. Let's see. Maybe I'll pick Adventure Time Season 6, personally. I don't like that season, personally. It has so many bad episodes. I know I'm only mentioning, I know that, I just spoiled my whole entire next video, but you know what, I'll upload the same day as this, and then I'll do both videos. I'll do this video first, and then I'll do that video next, honestly. Makes sense to me. I could do a top 10 worst seasons of any show, but I think 5 is enough, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Because, like I said, these are not the worst. They're not completely dog water seasons, but they are definitely pretty dang bad when it comes to any show imaginable. So, yeah. So forgive me if my next video will be me ranting about these seasons and talking about why I hate those seasons. So that's gonna be not a very fun video to watch. So sorry if I will be just be angry in that video, as probably why my Lightning Bliss video didn't go out well. So you'll expect me to get more madder than I actually have been in that video. And I'm only using it just to express my emotions when it comes to these seasons, not because I absolutely hate anybody. So, yeah. Expect that in the next video. I have a long thing to talk about, man. But thankfully, I will have dishonorable mentions in the video, and I'll talk about why, actually, number 1 will probably be SpongeBob Season 6, 12, 7, and 13, personally. All 4 seasons in total, honestly. Because I feel like that would make sense to put as number 1, honestly. So that would be that would be something I will talk about in that video, so, yeah. Anyways, I know this has been going on for 29 minutes, but honestly... Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention. Season 8 of SpongeBob actually has a few things that I do like, even though it's mid. It's the midward season of any show, in my opinion. It does have a good mini-series called Runaway Road Trip, and I do like all 4 of the specials of SquarePants Family Vacation, Frozen Face-Off, It's Fun Christmas, and Hello Bikini Bottom. The only special I didn't like in Season 8 was Ghoulfuls. I will admit that one was mid to me. But, still, it's not... This season is not terrible, but one of my least favorite seasons of any show, honestly. But still not terrible, though. It's just kind of mid. I'll be honest here. But you know what? I'll end the video here, and even though I did spoil my bottom 5 seasons of any show, I will admit I'll be talking about those seasons in the next video. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and Cartoon Nurture Boys out. And subscribe to my channel, because I noticed that a lot of people are not subscribing yet, because they haven't seen my videos yet. So, please subscribe to this channel, please. I also wanted to make new YouTube friends anyway, so, yeah, that'll be something fun for me. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!